The shot is Carolina. Hey, what do you say?
Talkin' Sauce, episode 82.
82. Still not
82.
83.
Still not 83.
It's not 83, guys.
not 83.
What are we doing?
What's poppin'?
Guys, what are we doing? Not shit, man. Out here chilling on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Chilling hard.
That's about it, dude.
Slept in until like noon
You watched the
today.
fights last night?
Did watch the fights. Tyron Woodley lost to Colby Covington, which sucks, but, you know, you get old, and I'd get tired of fighting too if I were him. You know what I'm saying? Held the belt for a while. It's like, what else are you going to do? Just get back to the top of the mountain? You know what I'm saying? Just
You could.
continue your leisurely stroll back down the mountain. Go enjoy life down in the valley, dude. People having fun down in the valley. Better
Go
weather.
retire.
Go retire.
I feel
dude.
like if you're a fighter, your goal after, aside from winning a championship, should then be getting out of it. Make as much money and getting out of it as soon as possible.
For
if you're a
sure.
pro
Feel that.
fighter. you
For
know?
sure.
I mean, obviously, you got that drive to compete and fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
But
at the same
I'm-
time,
Yeah, you got to do something behind the scenes because I mean, not everybody's got the personality to go out there and be Conor McGregor too. That's
yeah,
takes a
that's
special
true.
kind of person to just market yourself like that. But you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Go start a gym or buy some businesses. I don't know, dude. You're making some money as a champ.
Jacob's got a side pod. Jacob's economic
finance
tips.
for idiots, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Go fucking buy some shit.
You're a pro
dude.
fighter,
some
man. You should, if
businesses.
you're like a pro fighter, you should probably sell like some gym shorts. I don't know, dude. Fuck. Open a
Dude, you got
fucking
money,
gym,
man. Why
dude.
the fuck you asking me, dude?
I'd listen to
that. That's funny. Yo, so speaking of all that,
Speaking of other avenues of revenue, dude.
we put out Shaved Ice. We put out
We did
a
it.
compilation montage of some extra bits and bloopers
New content.
over the past few months, several
Yep.
months,
Yep.
past
August.
year, past decade.
Oh, it's only the month of August, but we're gonna start
The
putting
past
out
10 years of video recordings we've done, we put
There's a lot-
into a little.
There's a lot of real problematic shit from when we were asshole sixth graders, but it's fine, dude. It's all
It's
about
fine.
transparency.
Look past that. Go check that out. It's on
Definitely.
YouTube.
Check out our YouTube, Talkin' Sauce, up there. You know,
Yeah, if you
like,
listen to this
subscribe,
outside of YouTube,
hit the bell as well.
hit a bell, dude. Episode 82. With it being episode 82, we're gonna shout out a player in Martin Straka. That's what the website gave us for 82 today. I got nothing else on that.
Respect it,
he-
dude. Straight up,
yeah.
I've never heard of him. So
Apparently, he's the only guy to ever wear 82 in any length of any kind. He had a 30-goal season with Pittsburgh, pair of 70-point seasons playing with Yager. I mean, so there's a little,
Little
you're
help.
getting attached to a superstar by the hip there. You get some help for sure. But the guy leaves the NHL with 257 goals, 770 points, and almost 1,000 games at 954. So
I mean, he had a long ass career for
Yeah,
sure.
good career. So shouts out 82, dude. Shouts out Martin Straka, dude.
The only
Shouts
guy
out.
to ever do it.
We're running out of numbers. We're almost
I
in
know,
the
dude.
90s.
We're gonna have to talk about what we're gonna do once we hit 100. You know what I'm saying? We got to
Just
pick the
fucking drive
worst
off a
guys.
cliff.
We got to pick the worst guys at every number, 1 to 100. But just what I'm saying, like 101. Pick the worst guy ever, wore number 1.
Mhm.
We'll work it out, dude.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Let the
For
fans
sure.
behind the curtain for a little bit on our content process. What do you guys think we should do? I don't know, man. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Turn the camera on. We'll figure it out. Game
Yeah.
time players.
Hurricanes. So, we already talked about the Eddie trade. He's gone for a 5th-round pick. But Montreal ends up getting that deal done. I think they signed him like right after we finished recording the scrum last week.
Yeah, like literally, like
Right after.
yeah.
A lot
two
of shit
huge
happened right
things.
after that.
A lot
Yeah.
of shit happened.
But Eddie signs that deal. I don't know exactly what it is off the top of my head. At least 3 years.
It's a 4-year deal with I think it's like 3.5 or
3.5, yeah.
3.75, something like that.
Not bad.
AAV, not bad. It's $9 million in salary and $5 million in signing bonus. So
Very
that
nice.
very last year, because everyone, I feel like Twitter was in a big uproar about, Canadians are so dumb signing him for that length or whatever. But that final year after they pay his signing bonus, he's only got $1 million on the cap. So or $1 million in salary, not on the cap. But so that's a very attractive trade piece. Even if he's not very good, he's only $1 million Stanley Cup pedigree. So I don't think it's as dumb as the internet may have wanted it to be. You know what I mean? Everyone was looking for that insta dunk, and he gets a lot of hate. Edmondson does. Everyone was saying he's the worst defenseman in the NHL last season. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't see why the guy would deserve any hate. It's a pretty fair deal. Montreal's getting a solid defenseman out of him in signing him. Giving up a 5th-round pick's a great trade. I think both teams get something out of it.
Yeah, and I mean, 3.5 may be a little pricey for what you're actually going to get out of him, but at the same time, I don't know, man. It's only really 3 years of it. You know what I mean?
You're locking up a defensive defenseman on the books. It's one less guy who is probably going to be a roster guy. It's just one less thing to worry about. It's one less thing to, it takes care of that piece, that little tiny sliver of the cap space that you can know is secured.
Yeah. Yeah, and I saw Montreal Twitter was talking about well, how long till this guy's in the AHL or whatever. It's dude, I don't know if he's that bad. Come on now.
Yeah, relax, dude. Who else the fuck do they have? I mean, he's not
real.
Weber, but chill.
Yeah, that's it's okay. He's not a number one guy. It's all right. You have 5 other dudes that have to play defense, bro.
Yeah. But more trade rumors continue for the Hurricanes. I think it's just more ongoing talks. The ideas of us needing a better goaltender and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Who's available on our team to give up. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I kept seeing us linked to Darcy Kemper. It was it the LeBron article or something that may have suggested that. How do you feel about that? Would you want to pick up a guy like Kemper?
I feel like depending on what the cost is, which people were saying was like a 1st-round pick and potentially something else and a good prospect, Jake Bean maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know for what. I feel like he carried them to the playoffs for Arizona, Darcy Kemper.
Yeah. It was huge during the playoffs too.
Yeah, and played well while they were in it. 30 years old, hasn't really had a season like that. I don't know when before. Will he again? I don't know. It's kind of like the same thing with what we have in a guy like Mrazek, Reimer, what we had in McElhinney. These older guys who can go hard. Reimer's on the higher end of that price tag spectrum, but they can go hard, not overly consistent.
Yeah.
They don't do it for season after season after season. That's the type of goaltender I feel like the Canes need to be looking for. I don't think they're going to get that in Darcy Kemper. If you pay a 1st-round pick or Jake Bean, you might lose. I don't know. Maybe.
And he's the same cap hit as Reimer, I think. I just looked it up. He's on $4.5 million next year, which I think is literally the exact same cap hit, at least that Reimer's got. So it's not like we'd be saving money, because I saw that was part of the talk was even there'd be a possibility of a goalie swap because Reimer's cheaper. So I don't know if maybe that's like a signing bonus thing. And
we paid Reimer's bonus recently.
Okay. So he'd be cash cheaper. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Cause it looks like,
and Arizona's got fines to pay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and his Kemper's base salary next year is actually $5.5 million, and it's all salary. So whoever team has that, I guess, is
Arizona might not be able to afford it.
Yeah.
And maybe we can. Yeah. See, I don't know, And maybe it's just a business deal.
Yeah.
And we feel confident in both goalies' abilities to both teams feel confident in both goalies' abilities to sustain. And if that's the case, then whatever, right? But yeah, I'm not going to think it's some sort of groundbreaking move.
Yeah, no, definitely. And like you were saying, it kind of comes down to what are they going to ask for in return? If it's a 1st and Jake Bean for 1 year,
if that's the type of a trade it needs to be, then the leverage is in our hands, and Arizona is the one who's desperate. So I would, we wouldn't have to give up all that.
Hopefully, right?
Reimer and some other fucking little bit. I don't know. Interesting though, nonetheless. It'd be wild if we got another new goalie.
Yeah, I'd straight trade him for Reimer right now, dude. I love Reimer, but I would do that. Why not?
Yeah, if that's what we're talking about, I wouldn't hate
See what
it.
happens.
It would switch it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it. I mean, we just played in a goddamn bubble. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
like something new is going to really change the game here. The game's
Yep.
fucking changed right now.
Yep. It does kind of seem like the Hurricanes are out on Nedeljkovic, though, doesn't it?
I haven't heard his name at all, you know?
That's what I'm saying at all.
Not
It
that I'm
was
anybody,
like-
but
Yeah, and at one point it was kind of like, when is this guy? We're looking at getting this guy his shot, yada yada yada, and it seems like they, kind of, I don't know, yeah, just kind of quietly or, I don't know, I don't want to say moving on from him because he was never really here, but you know what I mean?
just waiting,
Yeah,
waiting and waiting. He's
Kinda
getting older,
interesting.
though.
yeah, getting older.
Yeah.
He's got a one-way deal next year, so we've got 3 goalies on the books, so something's gonna have to happen.
Stanley Cup Finals started last night.
Game 1, baby.
Hey.
All NHL games should start at 7:30.
Agreed, 100%, dude. I
Like on
really
TV.
missed it. Yeah.
Fuck out of here with these 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock
real.
games.
For real. But did y'all actually get to watch any of the game? You
I
did? I
loved
watched
it.
like the second and the third. It was good, man. Like it was
It was
intense.
Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
It was Stanley Cup hockey. There was one of the first whistle stoppages had a pretty decent scrum
Yeah.
going on, and I'm like, because it's weird, right? There's a little bit of the lack of the crowd intensity and shit like
Mhm.
that. So the atmosphere is weird. They hadn't played each other yet because it's the first game.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, y'all really fucking do not fuck with each other.
they are setting the tone early.
Yeah.
Like, this is what this series is gonna be like.
I love it. I'm
Here
sure
for it,
Corey
dude.
Perry was saying just all kinds of shit.
Oh, dude. Dude,
Getting in
him and
everyone's
Patrick
head.
Maroon were just talking shit from those third lines, right? Third and fourth
Definitely.
lines, right? Just going back and forth.
How about
But-
Patrick Maroon, dude, in the Stanley Cup final back to back?
Again, just making the right decisions, dude. Joe Pavelski, the only 2 teams he visited this offseason, Dallas and Tampa.
Those two
You could-
guys.
Can you imagine Pavelski on this Tampa squad, bro? Insanity.
I
Insanity.
mean, they would have had that Stamkos replacement
Yeah,
right now, for now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right now. Damn.
dude. I was surprised that Dallas pulled the first game out, dude. I got to be honest. I was really expecting a Tampa 1-0 series lead, personally.
Yeah. I mean, the game 1 can always go either way, right? But
Yeah.
Dallas, I think, won it almost convincingly.
Yeah. And Khudobin, or Hudobin, however it's pronounced, was, on fire, dude. He was
Yeah.
on the ball
Now-
last night.
In the third period, he was. He stopped all kinds of pucks. In the third period, Dallas only had like 2 shots, and one of them
Mhm.
was the empty net goal. So the third period was
Damn.
all of Tampa
Yeah.
Bay Lightning, but I mean, you still lose 4-1. You know,
Yeah,
it doesn't look good on
tough.
paper.
And the only goal was Khudobin made the save, kicked it to the boards, and it just happened to hit the dude's shin pad and bounce right. Like, it was just like,
Yeah.
there was literally nothing he did wrong. It just was
Exactly.
not unfortunate. So,
So yeah, Dobby has a pretty much perfect game. And Dallas takes game 1.
dude,
I
looking
mean, I
good,
think
man.
we were saying the West is going to win.
Yeah, but I think
So far,
last
so good.
podcast,
Anything
I
happens.
think we kind of decided, pretty sure Dallas is going to win it. And if they do, and Josh, you remember this, and there's no bias here at all, I win Marvin from Dylan, right? If Dallas wins the cup, I win Marvin, right? So I think I'm really looking forward to that. So go Sagan, I'm all behind the Hurricanes changing their colors to the Dallas colors on Twitter, dude. Let's go. Let's bring that cup home for the boys, dude.
For the
I love it.
You're going to lose your dog.
Yeah,
You
you
lose your
ain't
dog, dude.
taking my dog.
Well, I'm not taking him. I'm gonna send a guy to go get him. You know what
Nope.
I'm saying? But
Ain't nobody taking my dog.
James will be at your house one of these
Okay,
days. But
James
hey,
definitely ain't taking my dog.
so I need to.
Yeah, so like Jacob said, fucking I'm taking Marvin or something.
Then I don't know, dude. You want to?
Fuck you, Just give me the fucking dog, dude. It's all good.
Dude, just come on, bro. Just trying to go home. He won't let me in the house, dude. It's for this fucking. Just give me the dog. I'll bring him back later, okay?
He took my car keys, bro. He dropped me off here.
He's just doing laps until until I show back up at the curb with the dog, dude. It's real fucked up. It's a cold world out there, man. Go Dallas.
That's how it would go.
Speaking of not taking a dog, right? Not taking dogs reunited with your dog. Eric Stahl.
Back with Jeff Skinner
Reunited
out there
with
in
your dog.
Buffalo.
Back with Jeff Skinner, dude.
That's
Old
so
Carolina
crazy.
Times.
Mhm.
So wild. Never would have thought in 2020 Jeff Skinner and Eric Stahl would be on the same roster again, but it happened.
For real.
1v1 for Mojo to go to the
Mhm.
Minnesota Wild. What a weird fucking trade.
Very weird.
Makes
very,
no sense.
Very weird. It kind of came out of, absolutely nowhere. That's the second trade the Wild have made now, right? Didn't they get Bukestad
Yes.
somewhat recently? So
Yes.
and the Koivu's not coming back. There's a lot of center changeover.
The ghost
out
of
there.
old what's his face out there.
Yeah. Is Gearin the new one, or is Gearin their current GM?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. It wasn't Bill Guerin though.
Yeah.
Who was making the bad trades.
Yeah.
Who made the
that
Rask
dude's
trade?
name? What was that guy's? Oh, now we gotta look it up,
remember.
dude.
I can't for the life of me can't remember. It's his ghost though.
Paul Fenton.
Fenton.
Yeah, he was the one making
Paul
all the
Fenton.
mistakes. And another interesting wrinkle in all that is when Stahl signed this last deal he signed with Minnesota, he and Fenton kind of had a verbal agreement of like Stahl. I think Stahl essentially said, look, I want to play here. It's kind of where I want to retire, close to where he grew up. Like, it's just real ideal situation. I'll sign for a team-friendly deal, give you just the 10-team no-trade contract, no-trade clause, and you keep me here through the extension of it. Fenton leaves, Guerin comes in. It's not his fault that's how it got done, that it was all verbal. He has this contract to move, and I didn't really even win the trade, but made the trade anyway. And I don't know, just kind of interesting. It's just a real interesting out of nowhere move. Stahl did not seem too stoked in any of the videos and still shots, doing just like typical hockey talks. But yeah, I'm excited to get in the locker room with the boys, and this is a new step.
He's like 35, man.
Yeah.
He wants to be done, dude.
He's like, dude, I was real close to some lakes and shit in Minnesota. That was cool. But now I'm here in Buffalo, and that's,
He's like, yeah, like, I don't know where my kids are going to go to school, dude. Fucking sick. Like, thanks, bro.
This is great, man. This is, gotta love the sport. But good for Buffalo, I think. I think that'll be good for their locker room.
Yeah.
For just the year or two maybe he has left. Yeah, honestly, like,
I don't get it.
Not vocal. I feel like that's what
that's what Buffalo would need.
Yeah, the young teams need a guy that will be like, yo, let's listen the fuck
Someone
up.
Smack Jack Eichel around.
Yeah.
Make that kid.
And he had those comments about Carolina too, in whatever the interview was, saying that it wasn't a good team, so it wasn't a lot of fun to play here the last couple years or whatever. It's like, yeah, but you weren't exactly
your number either.
Yeah, you weren't exactly, a diamond in the rough down here in Carolina those last few years either. People were kind of talking like his best days were behind him. Then he went to the Rangers, didn't do nothing. No one wants to talk about that. Eric. But wish him well, what I'm saying, out there.
Yeah, wish him well. Wish Mojo well. Good luck over there in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Speaking of walking, dude. Pietrangelo.
Yeah, dude.
Probably not going to get re-signed by the Blues.
Yeah, I saw like it was the deal was like 7 by 7.7 or some shit like that was the offer on the table. I saw something like that. Maybe it's complete bullshit. It could be total bullshit. But that's what happens when you listen to Twitter. But it does seem like he's their captain, no?
Yeah, he's their captain.
Does seem like he's going to have to walk away, and he kind of saw it coming with the Stahl signing, right?
You mean the Falk signing?
Falk signing, yeah.
Yeah.
All those
but
Carolina
now it seems
guys.
like they're going to expose him on the exposed list for the draft.
Yeah. So if you lose them both, I mean, what a fucking just terrible management. Yeah, but it's like, what terrible team management. But yeah, we're going to sign this guy for a year who's not as good as our captain. Let our captain walk, and then we're basically going to give this guy away for free.
Yeah, who knows? And maybe Pietrangelo wanted to explore it. Maybe that's the thing that we don't know, and it's the thing they're not going to always come out and say. You don't want to make the player look like not that he'd be selfish for wanting to do that, but when it's that far ahead of the game, he's like, yeah, I'm just not staying here.
Yeah,
it doesn't. He can have his own reasons, and he doesn't have to explain them. But it is an interesting story nonetheless, where just a star-studded defenseman is going to hit the free agency. It's not going to help us on the Hamilton thing, I don't think.
Whatever he signs for, definitely.
Whatever he signs is only
Yeah.
going to make it harder to sign Hamilton. So it sucks that
Yeah.
they're not getting something team friendly worked out. But
Yeah.
that's the only real downside to it.
Yeah, and St. Louis really backed themselves into the corner with it too. It's like, what? Yeah, it's just that whole sign and trade of Falk just didn't make a lot of sense. What do you think? What do you think? You think Petrangelo's going to get around 9, maybe even 10?
Yeah,
Think so? Damn, dude. Where you want to see him go, bro? Who do you want to see? Fuck all the actual logistics, the cap. You know what I'm saying?
Toronto.
Going to Toronto? That'd be nasty, dude.
That'd be nasty.
That'd be nasty.
They would have to trade. They would have to find some way to get rid of like a Nylander or something like that to make room, but it'd be nasty.
Dude. Yeah. I mean, that changes the face of their franchise for sure.
Then when they still don't get past round 1,
it is
it's
mad
like,
embarrassing.
whoa.
Like, well, there's really a problem up here.
Yeah.
I want to see Edmonton.
You want to see Edmonton? That would also
the other
sick.
Canadian team.
That would be fucking sick.
I want to see McDavid get a guy like Pietrangelo back there on.
That would be sick.
It'd be so nasty.
If he had like a Carlson, Pietrangelo, bro. If they had Justin Falk.
Yeah, honestly.
Just if they had that much more. I mean, that's the thing. They don't need the power play help. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, but Pietrangelo's
he does well defense.
Guy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He can do it all. He does it all.
I agree, dude. The Hurricanes should sign him, dude.
Yeah.
I want the right side to be Pietrangelo, Hamilton, and Pesci.
God damn. That's a fucking GM mode with no salary cap right there.
For real, dude. For real.
Holy fuck. Speaking of fucking GM mode, Pittsburgh is always that team that seems to be constantly making like moves that aren't like not newsworthy, but aren't always like blockbuster deals, but seem to always make you go, yeah, no, they just are making sure their team doesn't get bad. You know, they're just always taking care of their roster.
Yeah, and the NHL does kind of blast. Like, I feel like everyone kind of blasted out. It's like, Pittsburgh, did they re-sign McCann? Everyone's like, oh, sweet, cool.
Cool.
You know?
Cool.
Sounds like that's what they should have done, I guess. It is almost like, yeah, for real, dude, every time. But it was like 3 point something, right? I had it up.
He's a forward, right?
Yeah, he 2.94. So yeah,
wasn't he playing with like Florida and somebody? He was
in
Florida and like
he did end up getting put onto Crosby's wing there for a little bit, and he does look exactly like Jake Gensel in the face. It's kind of crazy, dude. All the jokes about like.
But that's what they do, man. They bring on these
Gensel.
They bring on these work efficient, mobile forwards who can do a little bit of two-way game, can fucking can play in the corners. They can also finish plays. So, I mean,
and that all the analytics people were like, I guess he's a great shutdown forward. So, I mean, you can't ever have too many, I would say.
That's awesome for them.
Definitely.
And so what do we know about the NHL's plan next season as far as, what the fuck they're going to do?
Dude, I saw Bettman had a press conference or whatever, where he said they're planning on doing the full 82 games with the full playoffs. It might not begin till December, January, and they want to stay out of summer as much as they can. It seems like they have a lot of personal demands, like 82 games into what, like 3 months, 82 games and then the playoffs in like 3-4 months, right? That's insane.
A lot of hockey, bro.
And then are they going to have to do a bubble again? Because that's an even like,
yeah.
Because like to do it, they would have
like
to,
Goes
right?
was saying, yeah.
But 4 months in the bubble, and you're seeing now like families who aren't already in Canada aren't able to go to the bubble because of travel restrictions and all that. Like you're asking a lot out of the players, the coaches, everybody to go stay 4 months. And I mean, you have your team, but it's isolation from like the rest of your life.
I might have to get a refund on my season tickets next year.
I think you might have to get a refund on your season. I don't know, man. Ask him if you can go to the bubble, dude. Work will let you work remotely.
How much more to send me to the bubble? Let me get those reels. Those real season
Hypothetically.
I want that. I want that silver package. I want that. I want that storm package.
Yeah, that's storm package. But for real, man, I don't know how they pull it off a whole season. It seems like you'd have to shorten the season some.
To at least like 60 games.
That's what I'm saying. And then,
which is what they almost they did like 70.
Yeah, it was something like that. But you shorten that up and just have the playoffs start the same amount of time after the season. You know what I mean? People are gonna complain. People are always gonna complain, but
people will complain.
I feel like
I don't know, man. If they're gonna start in January, and by January we're usually almost at the midway point.
Yeah.
How are you gonna not go into summer?
For real.
You're gonna go into summer.
And
you can get out of August, but you're gonna go into damn June.
Yeah, but it's
fucking
like
Stanley Cups in June anyway. Sometimes. The fuck?
For real. It just seems like you try to squeeze the games that tight. You're just, you're
gonna kill the players. And we talked about this before, and maybe we've been wrong. It's hard to tell with what we've had to, the amount of time to witness it, and not really paying that close attention. But you're not gonna get the most out of the sport either.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way.
Not.
It's like when you put Stanley Cup final games back to back, you ain't gonna get the most out of the sport.
For real. That's something. That's crazy, dude. How do you?
We're in a bubble. We own the schedule right now.
Bump it all a day. Just bump it. One day is not like, you know what I'm saying? At this point, one day is not gonna fuck anybody's.
You can still put it on like noon the next day. You're still gonna get like nasty ratings. Like
for real.
Mm-hmm.
Man. It's
all for the sake of the players. Like
it's just so. Yeah, I don't know, man. Next season's going to be super interesting. And this kind of goes back into what we had said before, which is like cancel this season and have a solid plan on what the fuck's going on next season, Who
knows?
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not in charge of that shit.
There's going to be a vaccine, dude.
You hope, right?
I have no idea.
What's in that silver package? What do the Hurricanes be telling you, bro?
Comes with a corona vaccine.
It comes with a vaccine and also Fauci's.
What you spend on these season ticket prices, dude, you would think, man. You would think. Goddamn.
Dude, I need to sign up, bro. Get involved. But dude, will we fucking do it?
Look at Dylan, dude.
Dude, are you cold?
I was wearing a beanie and a hoodie indoors.
I'm comfy, bro. What do you mean?
Comfy?
Yeah.
Get your AC set on iceberg.
Yeah, bro. Have you stepped outside lately, man? We ain't got good insulation up in here. You know what it is?
I used to live in those apartments. That's true. They're not very well insulated.
You know what it is.
The more like log tree houses.
With just some paper mache with some paint on it for the walls, dude. It's like close enough.
Yeah.
Heat bill gonna go crazy this winter. It's all right, dude.
Something like that. We'll figure it out.
Be all right.
We made it through February, so
there we go.
All right, boys. I think we did it.
Super compelling end to the podcast.
We're done talking about the quality of my living space.
Yo, Jacob.
What's up, dude?
Where could they get us if they want to discuss the interior designs of a poor man such as Dylan's apartment?
If you want to talk about different insulation materials that should be used in apartment building code, you can hit us up at Talkin' Sauce Pod, no underscore, respect the underscore. Check out our YouTube, Shaved Ice, the Scrum, all that stuff that is YouTube exclusive. You can get me at JCobb, JAY_COBBB. Josh, where they get you at?
Teebs, TABZZ.
Dylan, where they get you at?
Find me on Reddit, u/TBagsYourMom69420. That's TBagsYourMom69420. Lowercase x, capital X. Didn't say that the first time, but now you know. Thank you. Have a good week.